right back, Charlie.
Energy, 3-point collectors. Let's go, folks.
I think it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, good night, wherever you guys are around the world. First things first, people, it's Monday morning. In terms of our goals, hopes, dreams, ambitions, aspirations, all of those sort of good things, I hope we start this week with a bang. I hope you all had a good week last week, ready to do the same thing again. Hope the weekend was good to you. Large up my Arsenal fans and any other people who got 3 points in it. It ain't easy being this consistent. I can't lie, I'm enjoying stuff. We're in cloud nine. Obviously, Liverpool might be bringing us back down to earth on Wednesday, but until then, deal with that on Tuesday and them things. Obviously, first things first, one love to the Twitch gang. I appreciate you lot support. Any talking points, questions, don't feel any sort of way of getting them in. One love to everybody who's at my first live stream of the day, because obviously after this, we go to YouTube at 11:30. We come back here at 3 p.m. Obviously, I'm going to have Graham, Uncle Graham, as I call him, Arsenal Fan TV regular, and, you know, a fantastic person, let alone a fantastic brain in terms of this football and stuff. So it's always nice to pick my brains with intelligent individuals, in which Graham is. So yeah, at 3 p.m. I'll be doing that. 4:30 we're playing Football Manager. I think we're going to reload, or better yet, re-upload our Aston Villa save, you know, unemployed from League One to the Prem. It's crazy. What a journey I've been on. 7:30 is Crystal Palace against Manchester City, folks. I'll be doing a live stream on this. Tell a lie, it's at 8 p.m. Half an hour before kickoff, I'll be here. So that's 4 bits of content. 10 a.m. 3 of them, well, you know, that's 4 or so bits of content. I don't know why I said 10, but, you know, all but one's on Twitch. That's 10 a.m. That's 11:30. 3 p.m., 4:30, 7:30, 4 out of them 5, with the exception of the 11:30s on Twitch. Make sure you're checking your schedules, you're hitting your, you know, your reminders and them things. It's been a good weekend. Obviously, again, we're going to get into it. I know Leicester played on the Thursday and the Friday. Well, they played on the Thursday and the Sunday, and Arsenal, if we do get into Europe, you're going to have to put up with that. In the same how when we played City at home, I feel that played a part. I'm not going to lie. That on top of the injuries for Leicester, I think played a part. Other than that, boy, we've had to... You don't get any brownie points. That's why you equipped your squad. You know there's injuries, fixture pile up, etc., etc. 2-0 clean sheet, boss performance from Odegaard, boss performance from Thomas Partey, collective good performance from everybody. I watched the game again. I personally feel I didn't really give our Arsenal enough credit for the first 20 minutes. As I would say, to go to that next level, that first 20 minutes, we could have killed that game, you know. The left-hand side, first time watching that game, I personally did feel... how do I make it make sense? Like, I did feel that we looked our brightest down that side, but I don't feel we was really making much happen, really and truly. If that makes sense, I think we looked quality. Watching that again, Martinelli was quite good, as was Tierney. You know, our first goal has come from that left hand side, more or less. Well, I might look at it from a tactical point of view on Twitch, but yeah, man, the first goals come from that left-hand side, essentially. Well, a corner, basically. Partey's headed it in. Obviously, the build-up play, which led to, again, I think it's down the left as well, which leads to our free kick in the second half, which, again, provokes a melee in the box, which eventually leads to VAR doing its job and Suyuncu handballing, which denied Luke Thomas a good bit of defending. I feel Luke Thomas, like James Justin, them and they're probably unfortunate that England is blessed with fullbacks. You know, if your name's not Reece James and Trent Alexander-Arnold, at least where the right-hand side is, it's a bit peak. You know, you've got Livramento, you've got Lamptey, there's bare other names I'm not saying in it really and truly, so it's a bit peak, the left-hand side to a lesser degree. But I like the look of Luke Thomas, man. You know, I mean, Luke Thomas, Olise, Ramsey of Villa, for me, these are guys, if I was Southgate, I'll be looking to call up. Personally, I don't feel Southgate's going to call up Smith Rowe for the next international duty purely because of the injuries. Maybe that presents an issue for Arsenal, but an opportunity for Olise. And I do think Ramsey, obviously Ramsey's got to do it for a long period of time, and I think he has been. Like, Villa fans be able to tell better than me, but I go back to the game at the Emirates. He played well. He scored a good goal the weekend before I forget, but he played well. So for me, them sort of man there, I'd be looking at. But yeah, going back to the game, we did what we needed to do to go to the next level. I would say, obviously, I'm happy Arsenal got a clean sheet. To go to that next level for me personally, that first 20 minutes, City Liverpool put that game to bed 9 times out of 10, and we could have done that. You know, we scored a goal, cheap marking from Leicester, I feel, but good build-up play. I feel we pressed, we forced them to give the ball away. As I said, we looked strong down the left-hand side. Past the 20th minute, we still look good in that. But it felt like Ben White was our playmaker. There wasn't much options. Obviously, the ball to Saka is always there, as shown with Ramsdale. Apologies. And when you look at Ramsdale, where he's had to be saved by Ben White, and when he's made a big save again, those fine margins are just killing the game, just killing your opponent. Don't give them a chance to breathe. It's like a boxing match. If you're in a boxing match to win it, yeah, you can win on points and judge decision. But more time out of 10, you got to brock a man up. It don't make sense banging him. Allowing him. You got to try and, knock him out if you can, really. You don't stop. Or in UFC, you don't stop fighting till your Donny taps out or he's unresponsive and the ref does what he needs to do. To go to that next level of Arsenal, I think we need to do that. I do feel, there's periods where we start well. We do all the hard work. We start well. Everything, fans are shouting and that. It's all wavy. But I feel, not that we take the handbrake off. It's like, we're like, it's cool. And I feel for our young squad, there we were good, but there's a little ones and twos we need to learn with that upper sort of game management and intelligence. Like I said, first 20, we blitzed Leicester in it. They kind of got into the game the last 5-10 in that first half, and I did feel it could have went left for us in that regard. And I do feel, I believe the 42nd, 43rd minute, Saka's taken an unnecessary quick throw in, and then they've countered attack. When I've looked at, there's an incident, Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel, they're defending well, they've got there. But they're trying to be, rather than put your foot through it further up the pitch, they're trying to be too clever, and they've conceded a corner which could have went against us on another day. But this is it's a young squad, all these things. I'm gonna get into Odegaard and Partey. We're briefing our way into it, people. But yeah, man, it's a good 3 points. As you know, it's a big week for Arsenal Football Club. Again, the dream would be 7 to 9 points. Realistically, probably be about 6. I do want a good performance against Liverpool. I do want us to try. But if you was looking at it on a cerebral thing, Leicester, Villa, that's where you can try and get your points. Liverpool, try a thing, but it's not a free hit, but it is what it is, man. But yeah, shout out to you lot. Tarns, where you been? You've been missing, man. Shout out to you lot. Obviously, people, I asked the question in relation to signing of the season. I'm not sitting there and saying Odegaard is the signing of the season, but 30 million euro, or he's doing a madness. But I mean, I definitely feel, and I've been saying it, he definitely has a claim for it, and he's definitely one of the signings of the seasons. Like off the top of my head, admittedly, I'd have to really sit down and think about it, but there's no way you can't say, I'd say top 5, top 3. Martin Odegaard has to be of the season. I think Ramsdale as a shout as well, but I think Odegaard, Ramsdale. I know it's a bit early off the top of my head. I'd probably say Diaz of Liverpool, bit like when Bruno went United. The man there settled in January. It's like he was. If I didn't know football and you didn't tell me that, Diaz, you told me Diaz was at Liverpool his whole life. Shout out to him for badding up Brighton. I would have always believed that. So I think he's there. Obviously, I'd have to really, shout out Jaden. He's finding his feet. I'd have to really sit down and think about it. You could you even say Coutinho there for what he's done with Villa? I'd have to sit down and really think about it. But there's no way you can't have Odegaard in a shout there, really. Definitely if there's top 5, him and Ramsdale, one of them's there, man. I don't want none of our players playing for England. I do. Why not, man? We can't complete a full 90-minute game. Management will probably improve with options. Again, it's about the boys need to learn in it. And as much as Arteta's doing his thing and whatnot, the players need to learn to manage the game themselves, which they're obviously improving at. We have better game management. Still needs to get there. Nice that we got a clean sheet, Josh. Amen. And that's probably, listen, saying the most important thing, bless up S as well. Saying it's the most important thing, I'm probably gassing it. But as a Sunday League fullback, clean sheets in it. I'm happy we got a clean sheet. I think we've been letting ourselves down in that regard. And I feel, yeah, there was obviously Ramsdale's had to make a big save. He's obviously palmed it as well into Maddison, where Martinelli could do better defensively, but Ben White saved us. Barnes had a header. Yeah, there was a couple of opportunities, but other than that, I think it was our closest sort of complete defensive performance in a minute. Clean sheet reflects that. Obviously, we got the 2 goals. Happy as Larry again, because we all know, sandwiched in between Villa away to come Saturday, I believe at 12:30, the game we've just played. there's the Liverpool one, and I want us to be a bit fearless, Car. Realistically, what can they say? You know, if Liverpool smack you up, I can't say it's a surprise, really and truly. Yeah, we're back down to earth and them things there, but I can't say it's a surprise. That's what they do to us. There's a golfing class. So I want a degree of fearlessness. You've got the handbrake of getting the 3 points, you know. Yeah, other teams around you might take points. That, you know, it's nice to be back into fourth, but as you see, things are fluctuating and you can't get too giggity with the table. I want to see a bit of a fearless approach. Have a go against them again. You know, as I said in the last few games or so, you know, when you look at it, the fine margins. You know, Leicester was probably the most well managed 90 minutes. I feel, bar for me the 5-10 towards the end of the first half. I feel there was a good 20. I feel second half we came out the blocks firing. You know, reflected in the goal, and just obviously Odegaard, everybody just raised it. But I do think there's been, up prior to Leicester, there's been games where we haven't quite done that. Against Brentford, we started well, foot come off the gas. Watford, I wouldn't even say we necessarily started well. We didn't really play as good as we could. We conceded cheap goals and it could have been more. Wolves, we made a, you know, silly individual error from Gabriel. We got with the program in it, but these little fine margins, you don't get a little 20 to settle. You don't get warning signs against Liverpool and City and things. So we're going to need to raise our game accordingly, really and truly. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well and safe. Shout out to the early morning crew. Twitch gang, I appreciate you again. So many names. Bro, Odegaard's a joy to watch, man. Obviously, goals and assists, you want him to chip in that department. And I'm not going to say it doesn't need that, but, and obviously this day and age, it gets cringy. But for me, goals and assists can mask games, as you see with certain other creative players in the Premier League. First things first, I want to see him improving, and I feel I've seen the sort of graduations with Martin Odegaard under Arteta. I feel obviously I was happy with him in January, but obviously he wasn't playing to this standard. I could see how Arteta was waiting for him to somewhat, you know, this added more personality. We know he's a baller. We know he's got tech. He's got all them things. It's just about showing greater levels and showing that you're a Real Madrid quality player, which you was, and you was a wonder kid and all of these things. I don't like to be that guy, but I genuinely think, I don't think Odegaard is world class. I think the Ozil things are very premature. He's in the good way. I think he has the ingredients to be a world class player. That's what I will say. I like his influence on games, popping it around the corner, long and short range passing, on the counter attack, the pressing. He always knows where his teammates are. He always knows where they should be. I mean, a fantastic one. I knew he wasn't going to shoot. I didn't know he was going to find Saka, but there was an incident where he looks like he's just going to wrap it with his left foot. He's played it in behind for Saka. You know, the man was denied some cheeky assists, really and truly. You know, he's a wonder of a player, a magician, a mercurial talent, someone that sums up Wenger ball, really, really and truly. He's what I like as a footballer. He's an artist, you know, he's fully an artist. He understands ball. It's not football, it's football, you know, sort of thing. The guy's amazing for me, man. To be shameless with it and start moving bossy. And speaking of Odegaard, he said there's clearly something special going on here now. You feel it in the whole club. We are building something special. It's a group of players who like each other and who enjoy playing football together. He knows where his teammates are. He always has an idea. He's a joy to watch, a lovely player, reminding the world of his talent. He's a player who he transcends what Arteta wants to do, that grit and determination with playing ball, and obviously what Wenger was about, man. The eyes, to say he's got eyes in the back of his head, he's a madness. Like, I'm really happy with Odegaard. 30 million euros. So first things first, there's resale value there. It could hardly, Arsenal, if it did go wrong, you can make peas. He's growing in importance. Like I said, I feel there was times where he wasn't necessarily the first name or one of the first names on the team sheet. And I think Arteta's played the waiting game. He's waited for the penny to drop for Odegaard to start doing it, and he kind of gets it now. Obviously, still a long way to go. Like I said, not set the world alight, but I'm loving it from Martin Odegaard. I'm seeing his importance grow week in, week out. I'm seeing him relish that. Obviously, when you're confident, things are going well. And he's playing well, man. You know, he's playing well. But we got a hail up Thomas Partey looking good in that sixth position. Obviously, he scored in that. But, you know, other than that, he bossed it and he's been bossing it. And for me, there was a couple of, you know, obviously, if you're in midfield, there's a couple opportunities. If you lose the ball, it's peak. A couple of times I used to see, and he still does it. You know, he played a bookie pass in the second half. But a couple of times Partey plays some dodgy passes, you know, or gets caught in possession. Now I'm seeing the Atletico Partey. He's getting out of those situations. And it shows what confidence can do. And for me, you know, one love to Xhaka because you did well in that. But with what I've just said about, with it looking like we're having this sort of, not necessarily roaming eights, but these roaming midfielder sort of guys, what we kind of picked picked Xhaka into now. Obviously, with what Odegaard is doing when he peels out, I'll show it in a sec, but Partey becomes the 6. Xhaka and Odegaard do their thing. Laka will drop deep. The width is provided via the fullbacks and wide men. But it makes me feel, once you get that, respectfully, Xhaka, once you get that number 8, we might cook. And a striker, we might cook. The next thing becomes depth, but we might cook on that as well, people. So keep your opinions and that coming, people. It would be rude not to you do have to allow players to adapt, Ross. The problem is football fans don't understand that, man. They really not just Odegaard, a lot of people. I'm sure there's other Arsenal fans here, but there's fans of other clubs. Man, don't let man adapt. Their conclusions are drawn. As you know, certain man will come on the scene either through an academy or get bought. There is a house on fire. It's just a mazza. Certain man have to start a bit slow and things like that. And as an Arsenal fan, it's done a madness, man. I don't think it's taken 12 to 14 months for him to adapt. I would say in the last 5 or so is really the pennies dropped, because I can't lie. I'm not going to say he's been playing to the standard, but a lot of these things I see in his game, he's shown it from the day that maybe again, you're on the right track with that. I do feel the team wasn't in as good health. I don't think tactically it was as clear to see. I don't think maybe we was advanced in the tactical thing. Maybe a byproduct is obviously better players have come in and there's more stability and whatnot within the team. They have to catch up to him. I think there's a bit of circumstantial points in time where Odegaard is a bit of ahead of his time. Even in this Arsenal team, there's certain passes I see Odegaard play, and you lot that on my watch-alongs, you would see it's like, Odegaard, I don't think your teammates can. Them sort of passes there, it's too techy for them. But yeah, thoughts on Tomiyasu, bit of an old school fullback, bit not struggles defense going forward, not really the guy like that, but I'm happy with him. I need him back, because they're just popping the ball over Cedric's head, and Tomiyasu helps us with those first and seconds. So, yeah, man, it is what it is. He's a class act, man. He's a class act. He's a player I'm truly happy with, man. Big up my G, almost done with the graveyard shift, keeping me up. Much love from America. Shout out you lot, man. Shout out the Americans, them. Is what it is. Signing of the season based on price more than anything. Performance-wise, Arsenal the first to gas their players up. And Odegaard talk only started recently. Not me, and I respectfully, I'm not taking that from a Manchester United fan who said, you lot said Bruno's the best in his position. He'd get in the City team. That's a myth. You once tried to tell us Eric Bailly and Harry Maguire are better than Van Dijk. You once tried to tell us Wan-Bissaka is the best in the league. The audacity to compare Marcus Rashford to Mbappe. Again, I think every fan base is guilty of, certain fan base in London gasses up Hudson-Odoi and all them pretenders there. It is what it is. I don't think it's necessarily an Arsenal related thing, but I understand in football we all want to think we're more knowledgeable or know more than another section of fan base, when all fans are chatting shit about their players, if we're completely honest with you. I can only speak for myself. I don't really know or care what other Arsenal fans are speaking about. Man, know my thing. Always been gassing Odegaard. In the same way I wasn't, I'd hold my hands up respectfully. Do you think you need a certain sort of IQ to see what players like Odegaard do? Because, 9 times out of 10, they're not necessarily going to get mad goals and mad assists. And we know in the Premier League, you can get a goal and assist and then, man, just the revision of history. And I think a lot of that is reflected, even if you go to the PSG Real Madrid game, just based on the English language. That game, how many players were called the worst in the world, the best in the world, the bottling? The way the narrative in England changed when Real Madrid turned it around. You would think, even though PSG bottled, you'd think they were never in it. Where, as you know, multiple truths can be held in the same realm. You say give players a turnaround, but then turn around and diss Hudson-Odoi. It's a joke, man. Come on. You can see my videos where I'm saying support Hudson-Odoi. Listen, it's a laugh and a joke. Life is very serious, bro. Like, life is very serious. So you seeing what's going on globally, It's a laugh and a joke. Just relax, man. You're telling me about minutes played, bro. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. Let's just stop because people are getting excited and things like that. But yeah, it's a joke, man. Hudson-Odoi can do his thing. Why? Especially as a young black player, why would I want him to do bad? It's just a joke, mate. It's agendas, We can have a laugh, we can have a joke, or we can be serious. If you're gonna act like, these players are fucking you and things like that, then respectfully, this isn't the place for you. I don't know or care how much he's played. I do know, for example, he's played 100 odd times for his football club, and he looks like a duck out of water. How do you have worse decision making than Rashford? It's a joke, mate. Boy, he's played 100 odd times, and you'd argue he might need regular time. Does he need to go elsewhere to get that, or does he need to play to the standard where Thomas Tuchel, a man that's trying to get you to finish third and above, the man that's recently won the Champions League, trying to win the Prem with what's going on, you have to play your way into it, which at times he does, man. Brother, I'm not going to spend my Monday morning checking Callum Hudson-Odoi's minutes. Earn your minutes. Like, as I said, we'll give players a chance. If you're going to cry, respectfully, fuck off, man, because you're killing the vibes. A big game performance, I'll judge him. Then Bruno came in and smashed goals and assists until we met the top six. And then when you look at his performances at the Euros, the minute Portugal dropped him, they patterned up the thing, man. Bro, they told us he's a 1v1 demon and shit, man. Bro, I can't lie. You're taking life too seriously, man. You're going to, respectfully, man, it's a Squid Games thing. You're going to have to come out of this thing, man. Safe, brother. In a bit. You've been evicted, man. Bro, Hudson-Odoi is wavy 1v1, but man start crying, bro. Minutes hype, bro. Minutes hype. Them even like Arsenal fans with Lacazette would say, oh, why is Wenger taking him off after the fucking 70th minute when statistically the most goals in the Prem go in? Bro, man's crying, bro. Man's crying. Man is crying. Anywho, cracking on. One love to you lot, you know, whether you're a Chelsea fan. Bro, you got Ross, you got S. These men are not crying. These men are not crying. When I'm poking fun at Jadon Sancho as a joke, they know it's in jest. When they're boying Saka and that, they know it's in jest. As I always say on this channel, we talk serious ball, we have a laugh and a joke. As I keep saying, look how serious the world is right now. You know, look how serious what's going on in this world. Look how serious our lives with. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Relax. Chill out, boy. Come on, man. My guy Pastor's out here saying he's doing graveyard shift and them thing there. Like, you're killing his mood, bro. Man's just trying to secure his end of shift and go get a hot food and go to his and a shower and go to his bed. My man are moving crazy. Trust me, we got him, man. We got him. He's not gonna fuck you, mate. Who knows? He might. That must be the only thing he can hit. So Hudson-Odoi didn't deserve that. But yeah, moving on, people. Seriously, though, Saka on the ball is a madness. Saka's amazing, bro. And even with Hudson-Odoi, you just need to give him time. He probably just needs to go elsewhere and keep it moving. But man, I don't want to waffle about Hudson-Odoi, bro. Exactly. We know how to separate. Man are crying on Monday morning. People are dying in the world and shit. Man are crying about. Man are telling me to go and check minutes. Am I a math man? I don't give a fuck about all that, man. You have to check his minutes, though. Fuck all of that, man. Fuck all of that. You have to check his minutes. Bro, them man there, they can't play ball. When man are talking about checking minutes, you know them. I tell you about the watch. Where's my options merchants? Them man there can't play ball. You give them a football. I'm not saying I'm amazing. You throw them a football, they're looking at it like a virgin with a condom for the first time. So it's crazy, people. Anywho's away from that, because again, I just need a reason. You see how off task I go, people. Again, I hate when people try to spoil the vibe, man. Allow it, bro. Anywho's. Let's crack on, man. Let's crack on. Too emotional, bro. Too emotional, fam. Man want me to sit here and do algebra for Hudson-Odoi's minutes. Come on. I will check his minutes played, man, and start dividing them and say, well, he got 5 minutes here and 2 minutes there. You get it up. I respect it, though. But anywho, Alexander Isak up front with Martinelli, Smith Rowe, Saka, Odegaard behind. We could cook. I'm not going to lie, though. I would like an experienced striker as well, as I keep giving the example, you know. Lacazette's like the favorite uncle, in it, for these young players, and I think Arsenal fans, we overstate not necessarily Lacazette, what Lacazette brings, but the fact of just, if goals aren't necessarily the thing of a striker, which we obviously need, then the bar's even lower. So the catchment area should think. Obviously, if you only like prestige things, there's only certain things you're gonna hit. I'm sure you got friends, boys and girls out there who are scats. They'll fuck my man from the chip shop with the curry sauce stain or whatever. Obviously, if you have better standards, the catchment area is smaller, man. It is what it is, man. Bro, Hudson-Odoi has been out here for a minute. He's a big man, man. The man there 50 years of age, man. Anyways, no, let's ban that word. Big up Matisse for his raids, but he just brings these neeks. And do you know what with Twitch? Yeah? Every now and again, these sneaky brothers, I don't know what it is, but they start whispering to me, pause, because that sounds mad. They start whispering, this Twitch thing whispering. It's like, well, you fucking blink me, unblick me, you fucking pick. It's like, oh shit, the keyboard is on fire. But anywho's, people, I think Felix could cook in this team. I think so too, man. But I can't lie, man. Man need to see a number 9. I know there needs to be multifunctional ballers and that, and I know at Arsenal we've got a couple of them Donnies right now, and I'm not against it, but for me, as even though I'm on João Felix, he's an exception to the rule because even though it won't happen, he's the guy. But for me, I kind of just want a number 9 who's a 9, you know. Just score your goals and do what you're doing. The Trillis, come on, man. You know, I think that name could extend to everyone. Shout to everyone, apart from my man crying about Hudson Odoi, bro. Hudson Odoi is probably in the chat laughing at you, man. Allow it, bro. Is what it is. You get minutes if you're good enough, boy. It is what it is. You are good for attackers, but you need a 9. Trust. And the thing with us, it's a depth thing now, man. Well, it's not. We've got a first choice 9. I see what Arteta is doing with Xhaka, large up his thing, but you get it. We need to upgrade on that. I think we need an 8 and a 9, and then obviously it becomes a depth thing because, like you're seeing, Tomiyasu, it's been amazing winning these couple games without him. But that's my guy. We're weaker without him. Obviously, injuries are part and parcel of a season. It comes with the territory. So the next thing is expanding depth. Touch wood. Obviously, not everyone's going to be 30, but if Ramsdale gets a serious injury, the next keeper that comes in needs to do what he's doing. If something happens in midfield like to Partey, it would be touch wood because Partey, you're looking 30. Someone needs to step in, and there can't be too much of a drop-off in quality. I think when you look at Cedric, when you look at a couple of times we've brought people in, there hasn't been a drop-off, but the flip token of that, there has been that in it. I think Arsenal, the way we're at now, and this is why even when people aren't necessarily doing well, I don't really want things to change because for us, we finally found a little thing, and you start messing about with it, you're going to kill the fluidity. That's why I understand the calls for at a time Lacazette to be dropped, Pepe, Ian Smith Rowe, this, that, and the third. But yeah, obviously it is what it is. I think if we're looking at changes, probably I would say, well, Martinelli watching the game again, I don't feel I would drop you for Liverpool, but maybe that's where Smith Rowe or a Pepe could come in. Not that I think Mikel is going to do such for that game. So yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. You know, we do need a 9. Who would be your first choice for a 9? Says Tans, and also Trillis has said that. Boy, I don't know, man. I don't feel obviously Haaland in it, but we can't do that. He's going City. We need to talk about that as well. I don't feel there's a striker that 100% convinces. If money weren't a thing, I always miss names. But always gonna miss out names. But I would like a Darwin Núñez. You know, I would like someone. If we sign Karim Adeyemi, I think you need someone else in there as well. So Karim Adeyemi, Darwin Núñez. He ain't really doing much to scream and shout about, but I am a fan of Lautaro Martinez, so I'm on that. Not gonna cap. As I said, I'm not 100% convinced on his abilities to do it, but I've been a fan of Tammy Abraham, but I was looking at it in the summer. I wasn't against it, but I was looking at it like, oof, is this the thing? Like, you know, I feel he's a project player for a big man. His link-up play is not the best. He's not really the physical man. His hold-up play ain't the best for a big man, but he scores goals. I'm not going to cap. I'm seeing the light now. I see the angle with that one. So I kind of hear the Tammy one. As I said, there's bare names that you miss out. I think I said Darwin Núñez, Lautaro Martinez, Osimhen, if I haven't said that. I can't lie, Osimhen probably out just for a number 9 would probably be him. I know some of his records stink up the place when it comes to big games, allegedly, some of you were saying, but yeah. Marital, who's that? S, who's that? Who's that? I don't know them, man. There. I don't know. What's that? The wing or the striker? Or is he still doing both? The Ballon d'Or's closed on. I don't know them, man. There still. Who's that? Tony Martial, who's that? Don't know him. Does he play for United? I don't know the man there. See, look, S ain't crying. Look, I would take Martial still because he can do a thing off the left or whatnot. Now, I respect, but boy, it's agendas. Martial's my guy, but he plays for the Pagans. And again, it's agendas, man. It's agendas, and it's too much of an easy one. I know it pisses people off when I go with who's that? Who's that? Like, it's a joke, man. I can't lie, I'm on edge. You think the traditional 9 is dying out, DG? Clearly, because goals aren't necessarily the thing. As long as you can fit the system and do the link-up play, and probably it's a byproduct of what the game's got to. But 100%. But yeah, going back to the Martial thing, 100% take Martial. The striker thing, as I think I said, Darwin Núñez, Lautaro Martinez. I'm starting to be converted into the Tammy Abraham hype. Definitely, when I look at them English strikers. Sorry, I mean I'd rather Tammy than Watkins. Definitely Watkins. You know, I can hear the Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I'm not really for it. You know, I could hear it, but I'm not really for it. But I'd rather Tammy if that was the thing, not that we could grab him. By that logic, Borja as well, as my Albanian guy said, it's pronounced allegedly. Apologies for mispronunciation. So that might be something. But I don't feel Arsenal are in a position where, not that there is too many good number 9s out there like that. You know, Osimhen would be top on my list, really, but Napoli is death row, really. You know, you have to come with some serious P's and these sort of things. Martial can play, man. It's agendas, bro. Come on, bro. I'll still get 3 points. I'm definitely feeling myself, man. I know you lot are going to be on to me when our players start stinking up the place. Forget Tammy. Tony is the one, I think. Certain P's. You know, if the funds were right for Tony, I wouldn't mind that in the squad. You know, you can literally be the Laka replacement. Like, you could replace Laka. But again, Laka don't really have a goal catalogue like that. So you need a bigger guy. And again, they're going to cost an arm and a leg or more for Ivan Tony, man. Tammy is better as an experienced striker. I think Tammy's got more to his game. Tony's got more to his game slightly. You know, he plays as a left winger at times. He drops like Lacazette. He can play with his back to goal. I do think he's more street smart, but I probably prefer Tammy, you know. Since Chelsea look like they're getting ready to come end of the season, any players you teeth. I think they'll be cool by then, but it goes without saying. If there's a reality where you could get Kante, Kovacic, Reece James, you know, even flipping Hudson-Odoi, someone's got to clean Saka's boots, innit? And things like that. Now, I'll take Hudson-Odoi as well, to be fair with you. And I'm probably missing a couple of names, man. I can't lie. I need Arsenal to start losing. Need my guys to grab fourth. I hear it. The game's the game, man. The game's the game. I hear it. And to be honest, you know, the more the weeks start going on, the more I start getting shook. Like, can we start believing? Like, can we really start believing? Like, what's going on? Again, in May, I'll start to believe, man. I can't lie. I think Liverpool are gonna smack us. But listen, I'm allowed to think that. You know, it is what it is. I don't want to come back to reality, but boy, I'm starting to believe. Like, I'm starting to get converted slightly. I've started to listen. If you don't support Arsenal, just make sure Arsenal don't get fourth come May, and I'm going to be unbearable. Not that that's anything to gas because you're just finishing fourth, but boy, you're going to see, as I said yesterday, a true villain, a true villain. But everybody's still in with it, man. Everybody's still in with it. No one's look. All the talk about Man United being finished and this problem and that problem, you're not far off it. Even Spurs, I don't want to praise Spurs, but they're not out of it. Arsenal have not moved away. Arsenal right now, it's just, you know, it's just good. It's just good for us because, and that's actually the thing I'm gassed about. You know, we're not providing the league with drama, really and truly. It's you, man, if you support United or what's going on with the Chelsea antics or even Everton. Like, we're not really doing the drama thing per se. So the Amazon documentary is looking brazy, but we're in with a fight. All I ask for is to be in with a fight. But again, participating, if you know ball, participating for the sake of participating by the same logic is unacceptable. So we're in with a fight. We're doing well. You know, we were shit at the start of the season. We deserved all the licks. You know, you're doing all right now. You deserve the praise. But again, all that matters is where you start in August, which we actually start first, and where you finish in May. Again, obviously, when we're doing our review of the season, we'll go through it. But I don't want to sit there not in top 4 or Europe in May and say, oh, fucking hell, what a March that was. What a December that was. You know, it's crazy. I don't get it when people say Chelsea are going to be fine. What I mean by Chelsea are going to be fine in that, I don't know. I think the only way Chelsea will fall off is if obviously this new owner comes in and he's not on the Abramovich thing, or he runs the club in some shit sort of way, or does what he's doing in it. Do I think, you know, the government's going to see Chelsea burn to shambles? All players are leaving. They're going to, you know, get relegation. It's a myth. They can't. I don't think that's fair to Chelsea. I don't think the government will allow that. Again, we all know that this sale is going to be done very soon, but let's let things happen. Man, like Kevin Abraham, rah. Is Tammy's name not Kevin? Not Tammy. Yeah, man, there. You know, the man there. You can call me this. Your name's well, talk your name. Rah. So where's the Tammy thing? Oh, his middle name. Tammy, I'm definitely looking at you finally. That's like AJ. When I like his name, I swear that Dylan White said his name's not even AJ, it's Femi. Like, or something like that time ago. Rah, your name's not even raw, boy. The man there, you might be on fraud watch just for that. Your name's not even Tammy. The man there, you know. I already know these man these duns are the savage around the blue foot ones in the rave. I already know Tammy Abraham's angle. I already see his thing. Raw. Hey, Kovacic is wavy, man. That's a player I would love. Boy, Tabby, I'm looking at you, Beaky, you know. I can't, all right. Boy, there's plenty of places for you to go do that in London. You score the goals, boy. When you get unshaved, bro, that's your business. Just keep scoring the goals in that. But yeah, Tammy, it looks way. Agendas might need to run. Your name's not even Tammy. Wait, you're lucky you don't play for Chelsea no more. Or that's one we'd be hitting you. Who man found out his name's a fraud. Hey, it's crazy. Fourth is amazing. When we finish 8th 2 seasons straight, why is celebrating fourth a bad thing? I didn't say it's a bad thing, but we ain't finished there yet. And I said again, as I'm saying, you can celebrate fourth. As you said, we finished back to back 8th. We've exceeded expectations, but there needs to be balance in the sense of it's a good platform, you know, it's a good platform to build upon. It's a good position to put yourselves in. It would be a good season, but last time I checked, if we're running a race, you get first, second, third. You don't get award for fourth. I know in this present day and age, everyone gets something for participating and all these sort of things, but you don't get something. You know, these players, when you die or you're on your deathbed or you're telling your grandkids when Saka, well, it's time from now, he's a granddad. Well, to be fair, being a baller in your early 20s, you can start popping out the football team now. Really, by the time you're 45 or something like 35, they might do something. But anyways, you could be a granddad. But if Saka is a granddad, bro, what's he gonna tell man? He's gonna tell man about the highs and lows of his career, winning the FA Cup, missing the penalty, unfortunately, in the Euros, and whatever happens. And man gonna say, oh, you know what? We finished fourth in 2021, 22 season. No one's going to waffle about that. It's a fantastic opportunity to build upon. Some of these players have not seen Champions League for a while in Xhaka's case. Some of these men have never played in Champions League. You know, Smith Rowe, Saka, these guys are like us. We're just watching it sort of thing. So it's good for them. Man, dream of being footballers to play in these sort of things and being involved in these sort of things. But that's all it stops at. You know, that's all it stops at, really. And I don't know for some Arsenal fans, but you know, obviously times have changed. But well, I've seen us win trophies, bro. Nah, man, my name's Jack, bro. You lot be big, man. He don't look like a Kevin Rice, looking like that. Oh, my name is Tammy. But you lot could call me Tabby, man. Or it's oh mate, I can't say that. We just call you T. That name's a bit. Is that exotic? Where are you from, mate? You know, where are you from? Where's your parents from? What's that in your lunch? Is that stew, mate? Is that J rice, jollof rice, or is that the rice and peas one, fella? Bro, them idea to be fair, them coping sides, you know, them coping mechanisms there. Bro, Chelsea's academy 30, bro. Appreciate that. Dave Gordon, I like that one. And that full spot isn't a false position. Arteta got you guys balling and looking solid defensively. Balling by our standards, yeah. Solid defensively by standards, yeah. Personally, we've improved the standards, but if we're looking at it from to be 30 now, we're moving in that direction, but it needs to go up a lot, man. Where everyone's winning, Gooner's good, Aubameyang sourcing, the split was necessary. Aubameyang doing his thing at Barca, shout out to him, man. Chelsea spent the same amount as City, if not more, but they're not even close to the title. No one is talking about it. I mean, obviously, bro, Chelsea bought some bullshit, let's be honest with you. But it is what it is, man. No, it's not, man. It's Jack Black. I don't know if I'd never, you know, I've never had troops down as someone who does fake angry, but if you know, so I can't comment on that. But if he did, she gotta ask him. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if he's fake. I don't even you need to take up with him respectfully to troops. Shout to troops, but he's of no relevance to you lot, to me, and this chat at this moment in time. You know, you have to ask someone who gives a shit personally, man. Like, if I'm completely honest with you. So yeah, it is what it is, man. Where that's concerned. See, no more Arsenal thoughts. Mine is Joe Blogs. I can't lie, I love a Joe Blog still. Bro, it's nothing to even. There's nothing to say. Like, you gotta ask the Yatties or something, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. That's a gossip man thing. Hey, anywho, away from all of them sort of things, man. Exactly, we don't do them things, man. That's some blouse and skirt business. But anyways, let's actually get into some of this, man. Now I was gonna say this for 11:30, but I'm just itching to talk about it, man. I can't lie, I'm itching. I'm catting. So obviously, try to clip me. No, you can't clip me. I ain't said nothing offensive because there's nothing to be offensive in. I just don't give a shit, man. Like, Asked and done. Obviously, people, when we look at it from a tactical point of view, let's obviously slap the goalie in there as well. It looks a bit weird. The one thing I did like is now Madison, he was the one done I was shook of, shook of him. As he could have scored,